Welcome to downtown Montreal and the grand finale of Season 3 of the FIA Formula E Championship. After almost 1,000 kilometres of racing right across the planet, it all comes down to this. And for the third season running, we go into the final weekend still not knowing who's going to be champion. Well, there may be 4 drivers mathematically in contention for this year's title, but realistically it's these 2 going head to head for the Season 3 honours, just as they did this time last year back in London, and we all know how that ended, don't we? There are 10 points, the gap at the top. Sebastien Buemi out in front, Lucas di Grassi chasing hard with 58 points to play for. This is a double header as we go into the final weekend with this Hydro-Quebec Montreal ePrix. Well, the reports from the drivers who've been around this track in the simulator are all incredibly positive. They love it. I've got my electric skateboard ready. Let's go and have a look for ourselves. This is the downhill, very wide braking zone into turn 1. At the end of that really long start-finish straight, I can imagine at the beginning of the race, cars could be 3 or 4 abreast into here. A definite overtaking opportunity. Now this is very much still a circuit under construction, but the exit of turn 1 looks really tricky. And look at this, this is a point of note that I've spotted, and I know some of the drivers have too. Right on the exit line of turn 1 is this concrete section, and I can tell you that is very, very slippery already. It's exactly where you want to be for the fast line through onto the next straight, but I think you're going to have to stay off that. So this is turn 3. It comes at the end of a kind of medium length straight, nice and wide on entry, so another possible overtaking spot. But what's interesting is it's slightly downhill in this section, and you come into the apex of the corner and into this dip where the cars are going to come under compression loads before heading into something we don't see very often in Formula E, a hill. This is the entry into turn 5, one of the tightest, trickiest and highest points on this Montreal track. And just look, as the guys are still installing the apex curbs here, how the track falls away from you into this almost corkscrew-like roller coaster run into turn 6. I love this section, it just keeps going on, downhill, mega steep. So this is one of the fastest sections of the circuit. The cars are going to get a massive slingshot as they come out of that downhill section through turn 5 and onto this long run down towards turn 6 where the braking zone is really wide. Another fantastic overtaking opportunity as we head down towards the right angle corners of 6, 7 and 8 before we head back uphill through the streets of Montreal. The inclined exit of turn 8 is going to be tricky. I hope my skateboard makes it up. But look, there's another slippery concrete section right on the exit line, and then look how steep it gets. The driver's eye view is going to be pretty much of nothing but sky as he approaches this blind, energy-sapping crest into turn 9. So after the uphill section that's hard on the powertrain, it's hard on the brakes here into turn 9 and then through this switchback very tight into turn 10. The circuit undulates, the camber changes as we go through here, and it's all about getting close to that barrier, just not too close. The drivers I've spoken to this weekend seem to love this fast section. Turn 11, 12, 13 and 14 reward the accurate drivers, but get it wrong and you're in these very unforgiving concrete barriers. If you get through that section unscathed with a clean, fast exit, you're onto this long start-finish straight. We're going to go and have a look at the pit lane. One of the big differences here in Montreal is that the pit lane is not where the team's garage is and the paddock is. The mid-race car swaps are going to happen right here next to this little wall. They're going to park the cars here, get into their next one that will be parked here where these little awnings are set up with all the team's equipment. It could take up to 10 minutes for the teams to push their cars all the way back round into the garages that are over there to get the cars back on charge. That's 10 minutes of critical charge time between practice sessions in the morning and qualifying in the afternoon. I just wonder if some teams might stop early or do less laps to make sure they can get them recharged fully ahead of that critical afternoon qualifying session. Well, it's been a fantastic up and down season with news and incidents on and off the circuit. In fact, just this week, Mercedes-Benz and Porsche have committed to Formula E from Season 6 onwards, so loads to look forward to in seasons to come. But right now, it's all about right here in Montreal. A double header coming up with Lucas di Grassi chasing down that 10-point lead of Sebastien Buemi to become Season 3 Formula E champion. Well, if the form book's anything to go by, DS Virgin Racing and Mahindra Racing are the 2 teams to beat, and there is still lots to play for in that team's championship. But with the drivers, really it's all about those top 2. I'd love to know who you think is going to come out on top, so comment below. And you're not going to want to miss this one, so click the link in the description. It'll tell you everything you need to know about where you can watch where you are. I think that's about it from me. It's going to be a thrilling climax to a thrilling season. So from me here in downtown Montreal, it's bye for now.